Henk, thanks for sitting down with me. Thanks for your time. We're here in a beautiful, historic old orphanage in the center of Enkhuizen, which is the cradle of the Dutch seed sector. And we're here in the Sow to Grow experience, which is the successor of the famous National Museum Saet Cruyt. Can you tell me a little bit about the background?
Yeah, background is that about 31, 32 years ago, the Dutch seed sector organized a museum that they built in this region here, demonstrating all the historical facts of the growth of the breeding sector that started here in this area. That museum exists now 30 years, and we house there all kind of historical objects that prove the background of the sector. Problem was that it was housed located in a little bit outside of Enkhuizen, in a region where we didn't get a lot of visitors. And the second problem was that we needed more funding to improve the museum towards the modern ways of doing plant breeding.
Yep.
Well, those two facts were the basis for the fact that we have been looking for many years to a new location. First of all, the new location, and we found that new location here in Enkhuizen, in the center of the city, where it all has begun, and where the people know that this is the basis of plant breeding, at least for vegetables and flowers. And the second thing that we changed is the format, because we discovered that a museum is not that attractive anymore for the younger people by only showing them objects and telling them or let them reading text. Younger people wants to do something else.
Sure.
So we changed the format together with the move that we made, so that the result is that we have here not anymore a museum, but an exhibition, a modern way of showing the things, and that's what we would try to achieve.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. And I know that the previous museum, Saet Cruyt, had an enormous amount of beautiful artifacts and objects from the seed sector. Do you have enough space?
Well, yeah, it's nice that you say that. We have over 4,500 objects in our museum.
Amazing.
We are rather proud for the fact also that we are one of the rare museums at least as far as I know, in the country, that have registered almost all the objects with photos and a description, and we store it on internet, so everybody can see that. However, we have chosen for this new format, so there was not so much space anymore for the museum objects. So what we do, we use them as a sort of supporting to the story that we're telling here, to make the bridge from the past to the actual and the future.
Okay.
And what we also have, we were lucky that in this beautiful building we can also rent space where we store all our objects, the complete collection. And if people are interested in that, they can, on special request, they can even visit the collection. We have an open, we call it a depot, I think that's the right English word. And people can visit that depot and see all the objects that we had in the museum. But we are using them also in our new format, so that we can show the two and the differences.
That's great. I know that the new Sow to Grow is an experience. You call it an experience. So what will the visitors be experiencing?
We used for the setup of this experience a professional person that has built more experiences in Holland. One of the famous ones is the Heineken experience in Amsterdam. He came on our path just because we knew people that knew him. We started to talk, and he helped us to create an experience, because we were not, let's say, so familiar and so experienced in doing that. The way we bring our information right now is in an interactive way. Okay. So that means that the visitors that are coming here are will more spend their energy to find information, to look for information in an interactive way, rather than that we present all the information on text panels. Okay. So visitors are starting here, they get a tablet. Okay. With the tablet, they go into the experience and they scan QR codes that are hanging all around in the rooms. And with these QR codes, they get information on their tablet in the form of what we call snippets, small pieces of information. They don't take longer than 20 seconds. It's brief information, to the point, not too long, but it explains all the different aspects and all the steps that take place in the breeding activities, in the breeding companies. That's one. The second thing that we created here are games, especially for the younger people. But we see already now that also the older people nicely like to play games. So the games are also interactive. People have to select things, look up things. They have to, for instance, in one of the screens, they have to create a new lettuce variety by making crosses of a wild variety and a new one. It's just in a simple way trying to explain what happens in the sector, but also in a playing format, so that the younger people will. Well, we know that they like that, so that's what we try to do, and it has a lot of success because you see immediately that these people are attracted to the way we present it right now.
Very interactive.
Very interactive.
I just did the tour with you, and it's absolutely breathtaking. And I really enjoyed all the interactive experiences.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
What would you say are the key aims of the Sow to Grow experience?
Our main aim is to make this sector more known by the public. One of the things that we discover all the time is that we as people out of the sector, we know that the country Holland is world champion plant breeding, and that is exactly what it is. And when you talk with people around you or from the street or wherever, nobody knows and realizes that that is the case. And specifically, if you talk about this region, a lot of people do not even recognize the economic value of what is happening in this region and in Holland for the activities in plant breeding. So that's the main aim, make the sector more known, bring to the people the knowledge that we are a world champion in plant breeding. And the second thing is that we would like to attract the younger people more to the sector so that they make probably choices in their studies or in their life to see if they can get a job in this beautiful sector where a lot of talented people are needed.
Yeah, very true. I know that a lot of companies are struggling to fill their vacancies. So how will you go about it to attract those young people to the seed sector?
Well, like I said before, by explaining them in a playful way what is happening in the seed sector, by confronting them to the various types of jobs that are available. It's not only laboratory techniques, it's also machines, it's also outside in the field. So there are many different jobs available. And what we try to bring to the people here, to the younger people, is to show them the various of these jobs. Secondly, we try to explain to them that there is a great future, not only in the sector still, but also for them to grow, because there are a career path in the seed sector is very interesting, and a lot of people can just create their own career in the sector, with the companies. So that's what we try to do.
I heard you earlier say that you're going to bring school classes. Here, elementary schools, middle schools.
That's what we do, what we plan to do. One of the things that we are also planning to do is creating a special education program That is not ready yet, but we are going to create it as of now. And with these programs, we try to attract school children, giving workshops, try to explain to them in practice what is happening in plant breeding, and make it joyful for them so that they see that.
Absolutely wonderful. You and I, we both know that the seed sector has been experiencing a number of, let's call them controversial topics. We had biotechnology, plant breeding innovation, seed treatment, intellectual property. Will you be addressing some of those topics here at the Sow to Grow experience?
Yeah, what we do is we present the facts. We just show the people that the world population is growing, 7 billion right now, 9 billion in 2050. Yeah. We show them the problem that there is in the world with poverty and with obesitas. We show them the fact that food is not always at the right place, that you cannot grow it everywhere. We show all those facts, but we leave the solution and really the solution of what you can do to improve that. We leave that to the visitors themselves. So we don't give an opinion. We don't say this is good, this is bad, you have to do this or that. We just give them the information, and we trigger the visitors to watch the dilemmas and try to find the solutions themselves, what would be good and what would not be good to do in the future. So that's what we do. We stay neutral.
Yeah, no, that's great. Already presenting the facts is crucial. It's very important. That's, So let's say I'm a visitor. I'm stepping out of Sow to Grow experience. What do you hope that the people take home from their visit?
Well, there I think I repeat myself. What I think they can take home is that they will remember and even bring it further how great this sector is, how successful it is. The fact that we are world champion in plant breeding, I cannot say it often enough. And the fact that they start talking about it with others and saying how interesting it was, what they have seen. And for the younger people, again, we hope that they will get out of this building with the idea that they can have an interesting future by looking to jobs in this sector and coming back and paying attention to it.
Wonderful. Good luck with Sow to Grow. Thank you, Henk.
Thank you very much, Marcel. Thank you.